It's me, Joe935643 here. You know what month it is? Yes, I know, it's February. But here on my YouTube channel, it's Disney Month! But wait a minute. People are gonna ask me, "Oh, why aren't you ranting about Disney, Joe935643? You promised!" Well, let's face it, I was going to rant about Disney, but I decided to cancel it. But anyways, now with that out the way, let's get on to what I'm doing right now. From this point on, I'll be dedicating to Disney for this month. I'm mainly going to focus on the nostalgia areas of Disney, and not recent shows, although I will of course offer one exception. But anyways, on with this episode, which is about the classic Disney cartoons! Ah yes, the classic Disney cartoons. How I miss them. Before we had Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch, or any other recent Disney cartoons, we had these great cartoons. On Saturday mornings, everyone enjoyed them. They were funny and inventive. But what made them so great, you may be wondering? Well, let's take a look at 5 of these great cartoons, starting with the first one. DuckTales! Oh God, I love this show! This show was very creative in its plots, the jokes were funny, and there were some interesting traps in the show. This is one of the only cartoons to feature Scrooge McDuck as the main character alongside Huey, Dewey and Louie. The show was a treasure hunting cartoon, but the plots weren't always about Scrooge and the nephews going to find some treasure. Sometimes the episodes would be about space, time travelling, episodes where they had to protect Scrooge's money bin from the Beagle Boys and Magica De Spell, and even saving their asses. I mean, this show didn't need pop cultural references or anything like that. All this show needed were a bunch of classic Disney characters and have them on many great adventures. And I never knew why the theme was so catchy. It's like the nostalgia critics said.
You think you're playing basketball with your teammates, but nope, all you're thinking about is
Well, believe it or not, I love this theme, but I guess people find it annoying that it's in their heads all the time. But at least it was memorable, and so was the cartoon. I mean, I remember some characters in the cartoon. Scrooge himself, the nephews, Launchpad McQuack, Magica De Spell, Flint Heart Glamgold, the Beagle Boys, and many others. DuckTales is truly a great Disney classic, among cartoons at least. Now, moving on to the next show, which happens to be Darkwing Duck. Oh yes! Darkwing Duck is one of my favourite Disney cartoons, right next to DuckTales. To be fair, I actually consider this show as an excellent parody of Batman, but only funnier. I mean, there were the villains that were spoofing famous supervillains, like for instance Quackerjack is a nod to the Joker because of the way he acts, how he designed his toys to be life-threatening, or the fact that the Liquinator is a dog version of Hydro Man. I don't know who the fuck he is. But anyways, the Liquinator seems to be the less seen villain in the cartoon. How? Well, apparently Disney couldn't put him in episodes where he's not with Negaduck, Bushroot, Quackerjack, and Megavolt, because it was difficult to come up with catchphrase slogans for him, apparently. And another reason being that he was a difficult villain to dissect from his weaknesses. Mainly because all his weaknesses consisted of contaminating him with solidifying materials, electricity, and evaporation, since he's made of water. There were a lot of unique plots in the show. Some had references to both Marvel and DC comics, but at the same time, it was still an exciting show. If you don't like this show, then you are a fucking idiot who doesn't know a good show from another. Darkwing Duck. It's action and it's humorous. It's one show that you will never forget. Moving on, We have a show that's dedicated to Goofy, and yes, I am talking about the comedy cartoon that is Goof Troop. Ah yes, Goof Troop, one of the zany and funny shows that Disney has to offer. The show is about Goofy and his son Max having misadventures around the neighbourhood, and even heard they have spinned off a movie for this cartoon. I believe that one was a Goofy movie. You want to know what I think of a Goofy movie? Stay tuned into my channel and I'll tell you all about it. Anyways, back on topic, the show consisted of original characters such as Pete's son, Pete Jr., Pistol, who's fucking adorable, and... What the hell?! Pete, the arch enemy of Mickey Mouse, has a wife! Holy shit! When did they get married? I now pronounce you husband and wife. Now I'm gonna get rid of that goop for good. Although Pete's not a villain in this cartoon, he's more or less just wanting petty revenge on Goofy, apparently in this cartoon, so I guess it explains why he tries to get rid of him in most episodes of Goof Troop. But let's not get into the many attempts Pete tries to get Goofy out, shall we? Goof Troop. It's one of the only cartoons to have Goofy and his son Max in there. And above all else, this cartoon is awesome just like that. And now, viewers of YouTube, I've saved this cartoon for last. The last, but not least cartoon that I'm about to show you is... Gargoyles! Yes, Gargoyles, one of the most darkest and saddest Disney cartoons that I've ever laid my eyes on. Man, talk about trying to outdo Batman. Gargoyles itself is the exact opposite of DuckTales and Darkwing Duck. This show really is dark, epic, and really gripping. The show was about a group of gargoyles led by Goliath, whose leadership skills could rival that of Optimus Prime's, fighting against the evil forces of David Xanatos, who happens to be a douchebag in terms of forcing the gargoyles out of the castle and where the gargoyles were frozen in stone for over 1,000 years, lying to them that he's a trusted person and using the gargoyles to an extent. Yeah, sounds like your typical smug businessman for you. But the really awesome villain in Gargoyles is Demona. I mean, god damn. Is she hot? Not to mention she's one hell of a villain. She can be bitchy at times.
But you ruined it. You had to protect the humans. You made us stay at the castle when we should have been with you.
Jeez, woman, relax. And she can be quite manipulative of what she wants, and she's one villain that you don't want to fuck around with when you're brawling with her. The group that Goliath leads consisted of Hudson, the elderly gargoyle and veteran fighter.
They say the Middle Ages were barbaric.
And our generation is barbaric. You won't believe what we have. Wiggers, chavs, crazy people. It's really a crazy, crazy world out there. And then we have Broadway, who seems to be the dumb one of the group, and for some reason he's voiced by Bill Vegabeg, who played Patrick Star in SpongeBob and Bulkhead in Transformers Animated. How weird is that?
Afraid? Me? Huh. Why, all of nature trembles at my passing. Isn't it finished yet? We've been here every night for a week. I'm not smiling, sir. My jaw is just tempered that way, sir.
Why is it that I imagine that when every time I hear Broadway's voice, I expect Patrick Star and Bulkhead to appear beside him? It's just weird. Speaking of weird, is it me or are most of the gargoyles voiced by Star Trek actors and actresses? I mean, you've got Keith David from the Halo series playing Goliath, Sally Robinson playing as Elisa Maza, Marina Sirtis as Demona, and Jonathan Frakes as David Xanatos. Okay, that's cool. Although, I do think if they got the actor who played Spock in the Star Trek series and the voice of Gavatron in Transformers the Animated Movie, that might have been pushing it. Next to the group is Brooklyn, a streetwise gargoyle, and is to me my favourite gargoyle out of everyone in this show. And there's Lexington, the curious one. Is it me, or does it sound like he's been voiced by the voice actor of Brian Tuck from the Disney version of Robin Hood?
No, but there's somebody who'll be very disappointed if you don't come.
You know, someday I'll review this show in greater detail, but all I can say about it is, god damn, it's an awesome show at the moment. Because I never knew about gargoyles until this year, and so far I'm really starting to like it. Who knows? Maybe I'll include it in the top 10 someday. Well, loyal viewers, I hope that this overview of these shows has been enjoyable for you lot. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a message after this video has come to a full and complete stop. If not, well, that's hard walls for you. And with that, I leave you with a bonus. Me singing along to what has to be a great song alongside When You Wish Upon a Star and Friend Like Me. I have been JoeKnight356 for free, and you lot have been my viewing audience. And have a nice fucking day, everybody!